Have you ever heard that 80% of your sales come from 20% of your clients? If you're in business, you probably are because you're listening to the Business of Fatherhood, and you're in sales, there is this idea called the 80/20 rule that says that 80% of your revenue generally will come from 20% of your clients. Now, that is just a small snapshot into the Pareto principle, which is the higher principle that is known as the 80/20 rule. Now, where are we going with this? It's this weird idea, and it's almost, once you start getting into it, it's really weird and a little bit spooky of how many things can really be applied to the 80/20 rule. That 80% of your results in life will come from 20% of your effort. 80% of the things that you do at work will come from the small little 20% of what you do every day. And it's really crazy because you generally, when you think about your day, I always think about it as an 8-hour day. But what you think about when you think about the 80/20 rule is that really 2 hours your day will determine the results of the entire 8-hour day. And it's the more you get into it, the crazier it gets. So if you've never heard this principle, and this is the first time you've heard it, go ahead, Google it, go to YouTube. There's lots of content out there on the 80/20 rule. But today I want to twist it a little bit and bring it towards fatherhood. Because of course, it's the business of fatherhood. That's exactly where we need to bring everything back to. That often when I'm talking to dads, there's often this massive list of things that are wrong. But really quickly, as I start hearing what they're saying, I hear what they're not saying, I'll quickly determine that 80% of the problems are coming from 20% of the problem areas. And we often think, because life can seem very overwhelming and heavy, and there's just so much going on, because you almost reflect on the heaviness within a 24-hour day, and that feels really heavy, and you really don't even know where to begin because there's 24 hours a day. How do you even pick which hour is the one that's really messing things up? Well, another good example is how you start your day, is how you finish your day. Because I believe that 1 hour you spend in the morning to go to the gym or to invest in yourself will determine the rest of the results. That 20% of the effort you put into the morning will determine 80% of the results that you get the rest of your day. And going back to fatherhood, I want to leave you with this idea that whatever you're struggling with in fatherhood, whether it be discipline, whether it just be chaos, managing it, you're probably overcomplicating it. And that what you need to remember is what you use at work, this 80/20 rule, and look for where in fatherhood, as you showing up as a dad, could you tweak that really 80% of your problems are coming from, and find that 20% that you can manage and begin to change and influence the rest of your day. And I'll be back again with you tomorrow.